Hey guys, good afternoon. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying good afternoon. It's actually evening, isn't it? I just wanted to wipe some of this oil off my skin. One of the things about having oily skin, it could be a plus or a negative. But you know what? I'm going to be thankful for the positive, for the positive about having oily skin. So maybe that's what's keeping me youthful. It's the oily skin. Okay, guys, good evening. Good evening. Good evening to everybody out there. Thank you for coming in, chiming in on the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you on today. As always, thank you for coming in. Guys, I want to just talk to you just briefly, as much as I can, about a certain topic about the girl in the mirror. And you know what, ladies, guys, I want to explain something to the guys right now. Understand, for a lot of women, when you have thought that they're bitter and they're angry, that could be mistaken for just pains that they've had in their past. And there's been a lot of issues that women have dealt with. They have never ever resolved those issues, and a lot of those issues came from someone, from a young woman. You know, the girl in the mirror. You know, as young women, as little girls, you know, a lot of us, and maybe you can relate to some of these things that I'm about to say. See, some of you have actually come from broken homes, okay, and there may be a family member, a mom or a dad, who may have been alcoholic, or they could have been on drugs. For some of you, you had parents that were a little bit emotionally detached. Some of you have experienced where maybe there was a lot of abuse going on in the household. You know, there was different things that were done that was unspoken of, and a lot of people today are actually coming out of the closet. They're actually announcing their issues that they had. You know, a lot of things that were, a lot of us who were in the closet. And when I say in the closet, I don't mean I'm not talking about homosexuality. I'm talking about how we lived in the closet with our hurts and our pains, and we didn't want anybody to see them. So, you know, a lot of times, a lot of us dealt with issues as young girls. You know, there may have been incest, there may have been rape. You know, you may have experienced abandonment. And I could use myself as an example. I used to tease about how I was born in a cabbage patch, because I really didn't get a birth certificate until I was 25 years old. But I'm going to get back to the point about the girl in the mirror. You know, what we need to do, ladies, a lot of us, we haven't never really embraced that young girl that we see in the mirror. It's like we look in the mirror as a woman, of course, naturally, but our soul, our essence, for a lot of us, is that of a young girl, of a girl that was hurt, that was broken, that was mistreated, that was abandoned, that was, you know, just torn apart between families. This young girl could have been that type of individual that, you know, she wasn't being treated exactly right with her mom and her dad, and the grandparents or aunt and uncle came in and had to take her out of the home. There was so much trauma that you dealt with as a young girl. There were so many situations that you had to encounter at such a young age. And then, you know, this is what happened as time has gone on, has went past. You know, you grow up, now you're a teenager, and now you have become that young woman, or for some of us, we have become that mature woman. And a lot of things from our youth we never really embraced and dealt with. You know, for a lot of men, they think that, I want to just kind of address the black female for a moment. They may say, you know, the reason why we don't deal with black women because she's so mad and she's so angry. It's not that she just decided one day she woke up and like, I'm going to be so mad and so angry. It's because issues that she dealt with. She had to deal with so many encounters in her childhood. She had daddy issues. She had mommy issues. She had issues where she was incested. She was raped. She was torn in half. You know, she had to deal with being in the household, maybe raising other younger siblings while her parents was off in Timbuktu land somewhere. And she had to deal with all this baggage. She carried this throughout her life. And for some, they never really saw what real love was. So that whole emotional detachment, if you're emotionally detached and you experience this, you can't really experience real true love and affection. So as you get older, you know, you're confused about what is real love, what is it? You know, so for some of us, what we need to do, guys or girls, in this case, you know, it's good to take a look in the mirror. It's good to put your hand on that girl's chest. You know, what would you say if now that you're an adult, whatever point in time when you were hurt, when you were traumatized, when you was mistreated, when you were abandoned, at that age, what would you say to that young girl? And one good thing that would be such an awesome blessing, that if you put your hand over her heart, feel her heartbeat. Let her know that you're here for her. You know, what we have done, we have put this girl in the closet and we have looked in the mirror every day and we went on about our lives and we made a decision that, you know what, I'm not going to let the world see all my pains and all my scars from when I was a little girl. I'm going to hide her. I'm going to hide her from the world, and I'm not going to let anybody know anything about her. But this is what the little girl wants from you. She wants you to acknowledge her. She wants you to acknowledge and feel everything that she felt. She wants you to know the pains. She wants you to know about all the bruises. She wants you to embrace her on today. She wants you to put your hand over her heart. Let her know that you feel her. You know, this is what the brain does. The brain does. The reason why a lot of us don't do great exploits, because our brain tells us anything that's hard, we have to protect ourselves from it. To see, the easy things are easy, but when it comes to something difficult that we have to deal with and we have to handle, we find it very hard to deal with difficult situations. We would like to brush them under the rug somewhere. We would like people to know that nothing's wrong, all is well in my land. But you know what? It is time for you to take a look at the girl in the mirror. Embrace her. Let her know that you feel her pains and her agonies and her frustrations. Let her know that you're so sorry that happened to her. Let her understand that, you know what, going from this point on, we're going to grow up and blossom and be a beautiful creature. We're going to be better than ever before. All those things that happened to you in your past, now I have embraced you and I'm going to protect you and make sure that these things do not happen in the future. But what happens in order for you to go on with the future, in order for you to go and flourish in your future, you have to acknowledge the past. You have to hit it head on and acknowledge it and accept it for all the ugly demons that were there. You have to say that I see you, I know you, I feel you, and I'm going to grow and be stronger because of you, because of the experiences that you encountered, little girl. I am going to be stronger. You're going to see me flourish and be this wonderful blossom flower. You know, one of the most wonderful flowers that I love in the whole wide world is the lotus flower. And I tell you why, because the lotus flower is grown in very difficult situations. You see lotuses normally growing on water. You like, wow, like you think that the lotus should have roots and be into the ground, that it grows from the ground or grows from a bush, right? But the lotus actually is grown in milky water, or you could call it milky or muddy water. And you see this awesome and beautiful thing that blossom, a lotus. See, this is what happens with a lot of us. We have been grown in soil that's been tainted. We have grown in environments that were not conclusive as how children should thrive in an environment. We had to endure, for a lot of us as young girls, we had to endure some of the most atrocities that should not even ever be existed. And then we grow up through life and we're trying to deal and we're trying to hang and we're trying to survive in this life, but we never got the necessary help. We never actually spoke out the truths that we went through as a young girl. But it's time to take a look at the girl in the mirror. Let her know that she is loved, that you're so sorry that that has happened to her, and that you are willing to do everything that you can to become a much better person for her. Let her know that she could go somewhere and be rested, that she could go somewhere and be healed, and that everything is going to be okay. You know, I was talking about yesterday on my video about how, you know, the black eye cover up. You know, we're going to take the covers off of the black eyes, the little girls that have been raped, been assaulted. You know, you have been left with an uncle, with a grandfather, with a brother. For some of you, it may have been your brother, and you like, I can't let people know what happened to me. This is unspeakable. What will people think about me if they knew everything that I went through as a little girl? But you could take a look at the girl in the mirror on today and let her know that you both are going to survive. You're going to flourish. And if you need to get the necessary help that's necessary, not looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces. No, I mean, go and get some professional help. Go and speak to a counselor. Go and speak to a trusted source that can hear your pains and agonies and then walk you through a process of healing, because that's what a lot of us women need on today. We just need that healing so we can see who we really are. We can see that true essence of God that lies within us. Isn't that something? So guys, you know, girls in this case, I'm going to have to address you as girls, ladies, you know, don't feel afraid to take a look at the girl in the mirror. You can even embrace her and hug her, because see, when you were small, you needed all the affection, all the love. You needed that protection, right? As in your youth, you needed that in your youth. And so on today, as a woman, you're going to embrace that little girl. Let her know that she is loved, that she's appreciated, that you're sorry that these things happened to her, that you're going to protect her. You're going to protect everything that's of a value in her. You're not going to allow anyone or anybody anymore to take advantage of that little girl who is now a full-grown woman, a beautiful, a thriving, a virtuous woman who's full of ideas and excitement and a new release on life. You and this little girl are going to thrive, because see, she's been waiting for you to tell the truth. She's been waiting for you to let all the lies spill out and be seen. Cover that light on that lie. Take the veil off of that lie, off of those untruths, off of those catastrophes, those atrocities. You're going to shine the light on it, and then you're going to go into become healed. You're going to thrive and be virtuous, and the world is so open up with so many possibilities. You're no longer going to be angry and upset and pissed off at the world. You're not going to be that type of person that somebody walks up to you always, you're always on guard. You don't have to be on guard all the time. Now, understand, you guard your heart, of course, but what I'm saying is you don't have to be the fearful. You're always jumping. You don't believe anything what anybody has to say, because you were that little girl that everybody lied to you. They left you in a corner and said, I'm coming back for you. They never did. That parent who you looked for love and affection, they never gave that to you. You was abused and beaten as a child, and then you grew up and you connected with that mate who said, I would never hit you again, but he lied to you. Now you have actually grown this shield You have put on this facade and this shield, and you said, I would not let anybody else inside here again. You have protected that little girl. You're not trusting of anybody. But you know what? On today, guys, you can be that person who could be trusting. Of course, common sense would tell you, you be very aware of your surroundings, and you're careful what people say to you. You be very careful what happens to you. But let that little girl know that you are about to do great things in this earth. Let her know that everything that she has gone through, that you're going to make it up for her. You're going to do overtime to make sure that you're able to shine forth. Isn't that wonderful, everybody? So with that said, guys, I just wanted to talk about the girl in the mirror, how it's time to embrace her. It's time to hold her. It's time to let her know, assure her that all is going to be well. You're going to be better because of what she had gone through. You have learned from the past, and you're going to pass this on to others that they may be able to get healing, because now you are the greatest survivor known. Okay, guys? So, girls, so with that said, I just wanted to give out that message, and in hopes that I've said something. Someone say, hey, beautiful. Hey, right back at you. Right back at you. Hey, guys, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, watching in. And I come on here. I'm Tanza Franklin. I come on here to provoke, to evoke, and compel you to think outside of yourself. And I'm your biggest cheerleader. If I'm here to push you, to elevate you up, where you could take a step forward to your greatness, I'm your girl. So guys, go ahead with your healthy, with your survival, with your healed self. You are going to make it and do great things. So with that said, I'm Tanza Franklin, and everybody have an awesome and wonderful Sunday. One last thing. I really want to state this. Listen, if you are in the Georgia area or in the Atlanta or surrounding areas, please reach out to me if you're interested in networking on a local, national, and international level. I am about to take on a position, and I am willing to work with some great and wonderful, strong women who are willing to take on a position where they could expose themselves to other great women of essence and excellence. And if you are a business owner, please let me know. If you're in the Atlanta or surrounding areas, I'm looking forward to meet with you and talk with you, to talk to you about an opportunity that is actually connecting with the Wealthy Sisters Network organization. And these women are women who go and we network with other great women, to kind of pick one another's brains, network. If it's a business opportunity, if you just a woman who's at home and you want to get around with other women and be part of a sisterhood, please reach out to me and let me know, because I have been actually approached about becoming a president, and I need some cabinet members, women who are willing to take the bull by the horns and flip it over and do some great things in the Atlanta area. So with that said, that is all I'm going to say for tonight, and you guys have a good one and take care. Bye, everybody.